Okay, well, I'm excited. I'm so incredibly excited to be here right now. If you're not aware of where we are right now, we are at the Academy of Digital Arts, where you get everything from graphic design to web design to game design to concept art. The possibilities are truly excited, and I'm so incredibly excited to be here right now. We get to go and look if you're not aware of where we are right now, we are at the Academy of Digital Arts, where you get everything from graphic design to now design to game design work to concept art that they've done. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside and talk to some people, see some incredibly excited to be here right now. All of this is being graduated right now. So let's go. Right now. Okay. And we have just arrived, guys. We are inside. It looks incredible. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside and through every single wall. And we're going to talk to an amazing young man over here. So let's go. Okay. Guys, nice to meet you. We have just arrived, guys. We are inside. It looks what is the Academy of Digital Arts. And through every single wall. And we're going to talk to an amazing young man over here. So let's go. Okay. Guys, nice to meet you. We have just arrived, guys. We are inside. What is the Academy of Digital Arts?
Special in South Africa. I think they do that in America.
Amazing.
So people come here for 1 year, study, and get their qualification.
Incredible. Yeah. And what makes can we go on a little walk as we're talking? Great. Let's go. So what makes this place above the rest, the best of the best?
Well, there are a couple, like we're very much like international is a big focus of ours. So we've got some international students. We focus on concept art and web design and game design, and as you can see here, graphic design.
I mean, look at this. This is so cool.
So the main thing is the guys have always something to show after 1 year.
Yes.
And we're smashing the standard.
It looks like it.
Eventually, what you learn in a bachelor's in 3 years.
Yes.
Some of the stuff our guys can do in 1 year. Obviously, not as refined, but nevertheless something to show, which is so. The main thing is teaching by industry professionals and have something to show, or a very good thing to show in 1 year.
Amazing.
That is what makes it special.
I mean, as someone who as unprofessional as myself, this is incredible. I would assume that all of this has been done by a professional, someone who's been in the industry for who knows how long. And so I'm blown away by this. And this art piece right here, of Academy of Digital Arts, this showcase, designed by one of your students?
No, that's actually one of our lectures.
One of the lectures.
So we've got the industry professionals as lectures.
Amazing.
So it's not necessarily about being employed as an educator and studying education, but it's more coming out of the industry and then teaching what is standard in the industry.
Wow.
So, and then basically do what you love and share what you're doing all day to the students.
Amazing. Can we carry on walking, see what else is going on here? And can you maybe explain to me some of this amazing art here? Like, what exactly is this? What am I looking at here?
You're looking here, this is like a first year concept art. This is an accredited program. And then we've got the second and the third year, and we're about to be accredited with the bachelor in concept art. So it's going to be the first bachelor in concept art on the African continent. The high certificate in concept art is also a first on the African, and the game course, which you'll find at the very back, is also a first in Africa. We've got actually the first in in games. And so here you're looking at an accredited course. It's the first year concept art, and then we've got professional development, intermediate, and advanced in concept art.
Amazing. Can we take a look through?
Go in there.
Yeah.
Then I believe I'll hand you over to my colleague Carla, who's actually the HOD of concept art.
I would love to have a chat.
These three rooms are concept art.
Wow.
And yeah.
Amazing. Okay, are we allowed to go?
We are allowed to go everywhere.
Okay, right, just next person. Okay,
Next person, as I said, what here are some concept art students.
Okay.
They've got
Okay, so we're gonna go to. Okay, so we're gonna hang around here for a little bit and take a look at some amazing art pieces, guys.
but eventually that's also part of what makes it special is that the people with the content, right? So
Yes.
they come from the industry, they know what they're talking about, and they love to share. So that's
I mean, you can't just take anyone off the streets to teach something as complex as content as concept art.
specifically since these are so. Yes, you need to speak to this dude. He loves to be on camera. That's Glenn.
Oh, there's Glenn.
That's Glenn.
Okay. So
Glenn, I say Glenn loves to be on camera. Glenn, you're not going to be on
I
camera.
think Glenn. Are you good? Amazing.
You guys on camera.
We are currently. Yeah.
Here's Dominic waiting at the back.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Dominic.
Let's go. Wow, look at all of this. Look at that. That is just so cool. Amazing. Yeah.
Okay. So here we're handing over to Dominic. He's our HOD for the graphics, which is basically he's responsible for all the beautiful stuff.
Amazing. Okay, Dominic, can you you can do a little transition? There we go. Dominic, you have the power now. How does that feel? Yeah, he's used to this. He's used to this. Yes. So, Dominic, again, what is it that you do at this amazing academy?
Between lecturing and departments, organizing briefs, setting classwork, renovating.
Amazing. A lot of behind the scenes stuff. The thing that gets the cogs moving. It's all of that. Amazing. So, Academy of Digital Arts, I've been told that you guys cover a wide range of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. There's UI design, UX. What is UI? What is UX? What is it?
Well, UI UX basically deals with the nuts and bolts behind the web, not the coding, but how should a website look, how should people navigate it, what should go where, how people read a book, you have to write stuff at the bottom.
Yeah.
UI UX is essentially how people read a web page.
Right, and it's what we see as the viewer, as the user, when it comes to apps, web development, websites.
How do we navigate to the checkout? How do we find items we like? How do we get the desired result faster?
Amazing. And but you I'm guessing you have quite a creative background yourself.
Yeah.
How do you insert yourself in a more technical side like UX and like UI?
Well, so look, I've been doing graphic design for freelance graphic design for like over 10 years now.
Yeah.
And so the base of what I do is creative graphic design, but what I bring into UI UX is my branding experience. Yeah. Because obviously the rules need to apply typography, color, brand consistency, brand guidelines, image readiness, that sort of stuff. Yeah. So mainly the branding focus is into.
Amazing. Okay. Okay. So I'm looking at this amazing room full of stuff. Can you take me to something that most excites you? Anything. What do you think? In any of the other rooms too. Yeah.
Actually,
You have something. You have something. Oh, there we go. Okay.
It's because I'm a hard fan of black and orange.
Okay.
She pulled up all the stuff, and it was like the second or third module of the year, and I was like, okay. We're not playing around.
Yeah, looks like it.
Being serious, yeah.
I mean, I look at a lot of these pieces of art; they really feel like professionals to me.
Yeah, no, it's been a hellishly strong year.
Yeah.
So it's been competitive amongst each other. They've been like healthy competition.
selection, but have come out we've come out with a really good good collective portfolio for the college as well as for the students. So,
Right. And this might be a silly question. I'm not very familiar with this kind of work, but what is the difference between design and art?
design and art.
Yeah.
The old expression goes, art doesn't have to work, graphic design has to work.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So whereas art can be open to interpretation, people can come and give 100 different interpretations. Sorry, my glasses keep on
No worries.
whereas graphic design has to stand as a universal, say the headline has to be taken as a headline, instructions need to be written as well.
Right.
Put into the world of commerce.
Yeah.
To navigate. So the difference is people put a fine line between design and art, but
Yeah.
there's a big line.
I'm sure. Like there's a functionality of a form. Yes.
Art can be open to anyone's different.
Yeah, exactly. And so you're working in front of a computer all day for sure. If you're a designer, what is it that you're learning to get something as amazing as CIs or an amazing poster, whatever it might be? What is the backing? What is the foundation that you're learning as a student?
Fundamentals. So we've got on the course of fundamentals as well as software training. It's no use giving you top line gear if you don't know how to use it yet.
Yeah.
You don't know what to use it for. So we started with basic building blocks, and then slowly but surely we can start challenging.
Right.
And then we can sort of start bringing in their styles. So learn the rules to break some rules kind of situation.
Right. Okay. You mentioned styles. I mean, there's so many styles out there, and as a designer, I'm sure you have your own style for yourself. How do you insert yourself if you're working for some big brand?
Yeah.
And how do you follow a style? Like, how is that even possible?
Other designers have their own unique style, but a lot of the time designing is to be like media because not really two parts at the same time.
Right.
So you have to be able to adapt. That being said, there have been designers who have made a full career out of doing one style. So
Yeah. Trying to
there's an argument what's right and what's wrong. It's like there's no right or wrong, there's just difference.
Right.
Some people will leave here doing one style and
Yeah.
do it really well. And some people can jump into any company and pull it off. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, I was just told that concept art is becoming a bachelor's. Is getting a bachelor degree, a bachelor program at the Academy of Visual Arts. What is concept art?
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So
Very big question. Sorry.
No. So everything that you see behind the scenes that goes into your planning from, like, let's say, for example, series.
Oh, sorry guys, we are interrupted. Very. Oh. All right.
So everything goes into the series. So what are the creatures going to look like? What's the main character going to look like? What is the set going to look like? They have to plan the lighting. They have to plan the entire mood of the set. So before anything gets handed to a producer or a production line, there has to be concept of behind it saying the main character is going to look like that.
Yeah.
The bad guy is going to look like that. They're going to be on this scene, on that set, that's the background, and here's the lighting. So when someone picks up that piece of artwork, they go, all right, I get the assumptions going.
Okay.
I know what's going on.
Okay, so concept art, it's not just making a pretty picture. No.
No,
It's
there's
problem
a lot
solving.
of work. So
Yeah.
a lot of work. So let's say, for example, you do a lot of the work you do on a character basis. So how many outfits does your character have? How many settings does your character have? What are the weapons that your character uses? And then you have to design the various weapons for that specific character or range of characters.
Wow.
So everything that you see, let's say, for example, in Star Wars, whoever uses the red lightsaber versus blue lightsaber, and so on and so forth. Of course. Yeah.
Wow.
All of that stuff has been planned years before production, and that's when concept
development.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there are so many avenues, so many routes to go in when it comes to digital art.
Yes.
What is your favorite?
That changes maybe every year.
Oh, really?
I don't know, like every time I get a project, it kind of like I did the stickers and the design for the showcase. And then when I saw the stickers, I thought to myself, damn, I love making stickers. It seems so lame, so pointless, but like a good sticker. Yeah.
That is
Last
interesting.
year would have been something with free. The year before, yeah.
That's an interesting one. Of art. Yeah, just add a little height to it. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, just wrapping it out, yes.
So, studying contemporary modernism, guides, strict rules,
Right.
street topography. But I initially got studied art, but before I did design at all. So nowadays it's become illustration. Actually, say I really love tattoos, like this tattoos on skin, implementation on skin, pigments. You know, that's something that's me idea. So I think, like other fields of art that I'm not involved in, add to this for me start becoming interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I want to move through the space a little bit and see what else we have going. Could you maybe explain to me what this is? It looks like packaging. If this looks like packaging, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
So, one of our modules was super much on short. We did the official packaging week. So if we're looking at scarcely
Yeah.
so you have students that are in everything from Lithuania to Romania to Namibia. So yeah, Romania. So those that are here have brought the extra work.
Yeah.
So we have product. So this year, I've stressed the importance of not just making it to make one box, because you never really get one bit of packaging to do is one. You take it into a range. So
Interesting.
you do it once, and you do it in a range.
Okay. So, and for example, what is this and that? What is that just peanut butter, and then that's just something completely different?
Yeah, so that's I think this is another part of this. But if you look at, like, let's say, for example, if you collect a style, let's say, for example, okay, that's going to be one color. That's great.
Okay.
You can start thinking about just doing one thing.
Right.
That's working range.
Oh, yes.
Share your mic.
Oh, so we're gonna share the mic. Sorry, so we're gonna swap mics every now and then. I'll just throw it and then I'll throw it back. Like that. Maybe I'll do.
Okay, yeah. It's work. Okay, yeah. So that's been my emphasis for most of the year is great. You can do a book cover, but can you do three? You can do a poster. That's great with your 3 seasons in this series. What are the other 2 going to look like? I decided something further than just one item. Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's just real world thinking right there, because you're never gonna get one type of iteration of anything.
Yeah, no, exactly that. So for most of my experience as a freelancer, you get, okay, cool. Here we're doing packaging for, I don't know, spaghetti. Okay, great. Okay, cool. But don't forget, there's also penne. Then there's those weird shells, and then there's like tagliatelle, and then it's like, oh, there's more. Okay, I had to do more. All right. So that's something that often comes up in my freelance experience. That this is what I'm bringing to, the academy. Exactly.
This is so interesting. Really, like doing as many different kind of versions for one kind of product is incredible. But what kind of thinking goes into product design? I mean, packaging design.
First, the brand. So if you look at something that's got with, say, he's got saffron, turmeric, rosemary, your health brand. So you're looking at something that leans against clean typography. You're looking at Wellness Warehouse, Woolies, that kind of thinking. Whereas your packaging for saffron, turmeric, and rosemary won't have Hunger Games, splatter blood, and sketchy drawings. But if you look at Hunger Games, that makes sense. So it's always looking at the brand, looking at the target market, looking at the product line, looking at the destination. Yeah, making it make sense.
Incredible. Okay. You mentioned concept art. I want to see concept art. Can we go to where we can look at a little bit at? Yeah, I want to see concept art. That's my favorite part. Okay.
Quiet classroom.
Let's go for it. And look at this, guys. Like, just so many different things to look at that I'm getting a little overwhelmed right now.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll tell you what I've noticed.
Sorry.
Just grab the mic and start.
Okay.
Captures an overview. Previous year's work, so none of this is actually these people that have actually graduated. So, say for example, if you can see here, Joshua is very good. Hand studies, fig studies, texture studies, and then one page just turn. Here's your creature. What's it look like? What's it from the top? What's it from the side? The forms look like, designing in 3 isometric views. You have to be able to understand how form works as much as, I mean, even if you're not a car fan, you need to know how to draw cars.
What if you don't like drawing a specific kind of thing? How do you get around that?
You can specialize. But
specializing? What is that?
Specializing, so the field becomes quite broad where you start doing everything from you want to outfits. So if you're looking at costume design, just focusing on costumes. Or if design is going, there's a person warehouse. But in college, unfortunately, you have to learn broad basics what you want to specialize in. I just want to draw guns and then
Right.
if the world work the way we want it to work. So basically, you can take simulated using Photoshop. So photograph and then their variation of it.
Photoshop, that's an Adobe product. Isn't that really expensive? How do students gain access to that?
Okay, so when you study with us, you basically get a year's Adobe license with us. It's part of the entire thing. So you get access to Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and whatever is in your package. So that's all falls part of the fees that essentially, yeah.
That is incredible. I mean, I'm looking at all of this, and there's a wide variety of just in concept art alone that you can do.
Where you start developing your own style, like steampunk, for example. What do your characters look like? What does the city look like during the day? What does it look like at night? Turning pages again, day and night. There's some scary creatures. He is really, really good at all these like mech drawings like that. So you kind of go in close up.
Okay, so we're going to move to the next room. Just take risk and go into that very noisy classroom.
We can go. Yeah.
We're going to try it.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, here we are. So much to look at. Okay.
So here, this is a third year.
So these are all the third year students. Okay. What is the between? I know, right? So between first and third year, what is the biggest difference that you can tell between a student from each year?
You specialize. Your first year would basically be a wide range with a low depth variation. Your second year is a shorter range depth, and your third year shorter range depth. So this is you specializing into it. So this is where people focus on things they're really, really passionate about. So it's going to be feature design, asset design, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you ever find a student that doesn't want to specialize and wants to do absolutely everything?
Yeah, you get some people that can do it all. You get some people that can do it all. They're just, I think they're just naturally born with it. I think that's just, they've been drawing since they were 3 years old. They've got an eye for it. Maybe they'll do everything, but they'll do everything within like a sci-fi genre. Or they'll do everything, but in like a dinosaur era genre. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so what would you say is the greatest advice you can give to one of these students, like to really aspire to be one of the greatest out there? And it has to be good advice.
It's just time. Like it's time behind paper and pen. Like that's it. I can't really say, like, I've been doing it for long enough. Like I can do design for long enough, and I just say time behind pen and paper. Read books. You never, like, I'm 41 years old. Like I don't stop learning. Like I still learn to this very day. Like
and isn't that terrifying to still be learning years later?
It's great. Life would be boring if I learned everything already. Like you can't just sit there watching like Kardashians till 2 a.m. Please. So,
what kind of shows would you recommend being someone in this field?
shows as in to watch.
Films or shows?
Jeez. From a creative perspective, I don't know. I mean, you can check up anything on the Criterion collection. Those guys have a good range. I'm kind of go for art house films, but I mean, everything's on Netflix now. If you love design and concept, check out Arcane on Netflix, which is amazing. Yeah, there's a lot out there. You just got to follow the right channels.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna head off and go to we're gonna stretch our legs a little bit. Let's do that. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. That was an incredible host. I guess I'm the host in this scenario, but I'm very keen to actually talk to a lot more amazing, incredible people from the Academy of Digital Arts. So we're going to move around here quickly.
Crazy. All right.
I've never seen this guy before. So, what is your name, young man?
My name,
And Dylan, what do you do?
I'm a concept artist, but like make props and I design like a lot of assets and stuff, as what you can see here.
Oh, whoa, what is this? This looks incredible.
Thank you. So this is a set that I designed for my IP that I've been developing for the past couple of years. It's called Dog Days. It's basically like a cyberpunk, like a pop culture, like South Africa type shit.
Amazing. And where did you learn to make this miniature?
Actually, just kind of grew up with it because my dad's an artist as well, you know. So I grew up like making, like surrounded by art and like creativity and shit. And I just like making stuff with my hands. Yeah, I like making and I like painting stuff. So I had a lot of fun like painting all these different pieces and stuff.
Great. This reminds me of D&D sets or Warhammer sets. Is that where you were inspired? Or am I?
Definitely. I love like tabletop role-playing games and stuff, like especially D&D. I played D&D quite a bit now that parties fall apart and stuff. That's how it goes. I fuck with it like Warhammer heavy as well. The aesthetic, like the grim dark and like just the gritty, like the nitty-gritty of everything. That's kind of what I want to show through in my art, like stuff like this, you know, like you can kind of see the griminess of everything, and like everything looks super well worn and well used.
Amazing.
That's what I strive for.
I mean, why make miniatures in the first place? Like, you can just make everything. There's the advantage of making something in real life that can look right in front.
It's a good question. Actually, I like how tangible everything is. Like you can tap and it's got weight. And I like, you know, another part of my process is I like to like recycle trash. So like a lot of this is made up trash that I find, like maybe I'll come up, or like for example, this one's got an air pop in it, the structural. A lot of these have vapes in them actually. It's funny how it works out, but yeah, I like recycling stuff. I put like pieces of super glue them, and then like I like yeah, like reusing stuff, and I think that's something that you can only do when you build stuff like this in real life.
Incredible. And what else aside this have you really like put time and effort into? What is the other passion that is just undying? You know.
I make music as well. Yeah. I play guitar. Me and Liam over there. You know the guy. We got a band together. We got it going now. We kind of like got a musical project going. We just been jamming a lot now, but expect to see us doing some shows later.
Amazing. And what else about this the academy do you really love? Like what is the thing that makes it above the rest?
Okay, I love the vibe. The vibes are excellent. Like people here are such like nerds, but they're like in like the best way as well. They're super passionate about their craft. Like you can talk to someone for hours or something. And if you share the interest, then it's just like an instant friend. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay, so besides concept art, what other thing you want to perhaps in the future study at the academy?
Oh, I've actually always wanted to graphic design as well. Just super handy. With graphic design, I can make like stickers and shit, and like just like day out and just really present my work in like a more clean and like sized way. Graphic design is definitely something to pursue in the future.
So cool. So much you have been an amazing person to talk to, and good luck with all of this. Looks incredibly cool.
Thank you very much.
So guys, we are gonna head over to that side. So let's go. Okay. Okie dokie, where are we going? So many things to look at, and we're gonna follow my good friend Marcel. He's the leader of this little troop of ours, an amazing leader. And
here just to pick up on you.
okay, so guys, again, we are looking at some amazing stuff here. It's something. It goes from packaging to CIs to everything that feels like true, genuine design. I mean, look at that. That is amazing. Ryan Smith Studios. Maybe I'll be calling you soon. Hey, guys, call Ryan Smith Studios. Make sure to do that. Okay. And what I really love about all of this is seeing all the different styles. People have their own voices. It's clear obviously that's an obvious thing, but to actually see it on paper, on packaging, on posters, in art, it's amazing. It's truly amazing to see. Okay, so we're on our way again, going through the crowd, trying to find our way to our boy Marcel, who's very fast when it comes to the crowds. Okay, let's go. Hey, hello there, young man. How are you doing? I'm doing amazing. So, what is your name?
Adam.
Adam, what do you do here?
I'm a graphic design student, by all the tables, and I'm primarily focusing on Dungeons and Dragons inspired designs, very much board game, all the nerd stuff.
Always love nerd stuff. We love nerd stuff. So, what about this makes you get up in the morning? Why does this excite you?
I just love creating, and graphic design is just a great way to share that with everyone else. One of the biggest things I struggled with to get into like board games and was how complicated and like how many rules there were. But with graphic design, I can design like simple, logo based, very tactile,
Yes.
ways of like saying, hey, do you want to make a character? Here it does it for you. And it's just with logos and shapes and a lot more pictures. Yeah.
And so D&D seems to be a big inspiration here.
Yeah.
Why is that? What is D&D?
It's just fantasy. It's a game. It can be anything. It's a role playing game where fantasy inspired. Obviously, group of 4 friends with a dungeon master who's like the storyteller. He explains what happens, and like you head into a cave and you're attacked by goblins, and anything can happen. Because there's no set of rules. Just a dice for like a chance. It can be anything. You can be any character. You can really do anything. I love that freedom. I love that creative freedom and just the ability to, it's wild and it's a lot of fun.
And what came first, D&D or your love for graphic design?
I've always been a fan of fantasy, and I've always loved designing. I figured I could kill two birds with one stone, bring them together, and just make things a lot more approachable. But yeah,
And after all this, after learning what you've learned and taking that knowledge into the big, great world of ours, what's the goal? What do you want to be doing in the future?
honestly, I would love to make my own board game someday, like a big, big board game, D&D inspired. Big task ahead, not easy, but I'd love to just make it one that anyone can play. One that you don't feel like you wouldn't be intimidated by. One that like friends, family, 5-year-old to 90-year-old could play. I love the idea that anyone can join in the fun, the approachability, and graphic design really allows me to do that.
Yeah. I mean, this board game that you want to create. What do you think would be the inspiration? I'm thinking a little bit of D&D. Anything else?
So many different inspirations. Gosh, just I've had to learn a lot of structure. Because obviously there has to be structure, but you also have to learn. What catches people's eyes. What do make it the most universally understood thing you can think of. When you look at any design, there's a 5-second rule my teacher taught me. If you don't get the point in 5 seconds, it's not worth it. It needs to, and that's what I'm aiming for. Just you see it and I get it. It's not overwhelming. I completely get what I need to do and how to play it. Yeah.
I mean, this 5-second rule piece of knowledge, that is incredible to now have absorbed from this academy. What else has this place taught you?
Just trust in yourself, honestly. Like a lot of what stops people from doing anything, especially design-wise, is they're afraid of getting things wrong or making mistakes. But they fail to see that that's part of the process. You got to fail so that you have the foundations to build something on it. Yeah, it's just don't give up. Just keep trying.
Amazing.
Be stubborn. Yeah. That's my advice.
And what is this rooibos? I mean, that seems very close to rooibos. What is it?
It's mint flavored. My own design idea. Ideas for rooibos for different seasons. Mints would be autumn. Lemon would be summer. This is the design of the box. Orange would be winter. I actually I came up with Moibos almost last minute. The name at least.
Hey, it's inspirational. I'm looking at that. That is an incredible design. No, it's amazing. It's amazing. But thank you so much. This has been amazing to chat to you, and I'm looking at all this, and I can't wait to see what you do with this future board game. Yeah. So thank you. And any last words?
Just enjoy yourself, and for anyone who wants to do graphic design, just do it.
Just do it, guys. There we go. Okay, thanks so much.
then I have my magazine. This is a magazine basically of my year. So 2024, this is my graduate year, and it takes you through all my memories, all my like favorite memories and my favorite people. So I'm really proud of this.
Can I
Sure.
show this to the camera?
Sure, of course. So basically it takes you through my year. So this is the class of 2024, and I just welcome you to my year, what happened. I'm originally from Joburg, and I moved in 2023. I decided to study at ADA, and basically it covers all of that good stuff. Thank
So
you.
much to cover.
Thank you.
Given your playlist.
Playlist of the year. And then this is a layout magazine, so it doesn't have actual content. It's a layout magazine. So it's called How to Make Bread. It's for creatives, and it's like resources and articles about like how to how to increase your chances of being out there and being being noticed, and resources for like mental health and all that good stuff. So that's this. And then I have a soapbox mock-up, and then I had to do a label. So this is my soapbox, and then this is a label for a moisturizer that I created. So it's called Secure the Drip. And yeah, and then I have boxes of the soap, and yeah, that's basically my vibe.
Hey, it's a really cool vibe. I mean,
so much.
all of this is just so inspiring. I mean, what does it take to think up something like this? So are you given a product to work with, to design packaging for, and then you just do it, or do you just have to come up with everything on the spot?
So basically we given a brief, and from that brief we are in charge of everything else. So how I start all my projects is basically I look for inspiration. So I look on Pinterest, I look on Instagram, what's speaking to me. I look for my color palette, I look for something that's like inspiring. And then from there I try to incorporate it into the brief. And then I do sketches, I do a whole bunch of stuff, but this is basically like the creative process of that. Yeah.
That is incredible. Thank you so much, Layla. So can I grab a card? Oh, awesome. Okay, guys, if you need yourselves a graphic designer, call Layla. Those are the contact details right there. Okay, I'm gonna pop that right in my pocket. So Layla, thank you so much, and I hope you have an amazing rest of the evening.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, guys, we're going to go and look at some more incredible stuff. Layla was incredible. Time to look at other incredible things. So, are we moving? We're just having some technical difficulties, but I'll give it a second. Lumo. That is amazing. Look at all that. Rebecca Long. Just what incredible work. Like, this is just so different. I've never seen art like that. Oh my gosh. And I think something I don't really think about that often is packaging design. I've seen so many packaging designs over the course of this last bit of evening, and it's just so interesting to come to a much better understanding of what these things mean and what they mean to the designers. So I'm standing here with
Dylan Wilson.
Dylan, what do you do?
So I am a first-year graphic designer here, and I prioritize doing poster work and sort of like also doing promotional and branding items and graphic design.
And when you talk about graphic design and all these different contexts, like branding, like packaging, like what is your favorite?
I think my favorite thing about graphic design is it's a little bit of everything that you bring into digital elements. You bring in both from Photoshop, InDesign, Blender, you bring in everything. And it's a very creative aspect, because even though you can have a clear line of sight of what you want, say for example, someone wants branding for a vegetable or for a cigarette pack, you can make whatever you want. You have a creative freedom to do it. And because you can manipulate images as well, you can really bring a full circle of a unique design of your own.
That is amazing. And where do you see yourself going from this point? After the academy, after everything else? Okay, so guys, sorry. We are going to go to Dylan's piece of work. It's can you lead the way?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Wow, look at that.
So this is my work right here. So this is a collagery of multiple works that I have worked over the year of being a graphic designer here. So here we have my image manipulation, which was a post-apocalyptic poster for a utopia. So it's a utopia that basically interprets how many people say the world is going to end somehow from pollution or anything else in the world. So it's kind of like set into a retro kind of future where we are on a different planet and that's Earth in the distance, desolate, uninhabitable and everything. And this is my wine label. My wine label, I really wanted to go for vintage design, so I went and got a lot of inspiration behind like a lot of very well-known brands of wines that have come from early 90s to 2000s and really just give it a much needed like kind of vintage architecture to it. And over here is just my box designs for my branding. For me, this was just about doing my branding for like tea packaging. We were doing packaging for different multiple things, from food product to being also from drinks, from also alcohol. So I decided to go for tea, and I used a good old South African tradition here when you take a sip of tea and all you can say is, "Oh, bliss." So I took that as inspiration behind my tea. And over here, you can see is my magazine design. So my magazine design is inspired by sports magazines. So myself included, I am a professional fighter. So this is a kind of like an inspiration behind just sort of like, hey, we're fighters. We love gym. We love exercising. We love the art of war. Like this is just an interpretation of just like how I envision how I would look if I was promoting for a boxing tournament.
This is all incredible. Like I love that there's so many avenues of inspiration that you've taken from your own life to inspire and just exude an amazing sense of creativity in all the work that you put in. So, and like it's incredible. So, where do you see yourself going from here? Is it packaging design? Is it graphic design? Where do you want to what do you want to do after the academy?
So I would say where I see myself is still a very distant future for what I really want, but I feel like because I'm very new to the graphic design industry and everything like that, I want to explore, I want to learn, I want to do more research. Next year, I'm applying to another college for a 3-year course. And if I do have to give a rough estimate for where I see myself, I really do hope I do promotional branding and poster work and all that stuff, because I feel like for myself personally, that's where I really reign and that's where really my talent comes into play.
Incredible. Dylan, it's been amazing chatting to you. And any last thoughts before we leave you?
If I have to give one thought is like, don't be intimidated by the art world. Don't be intimidated because you have lack of knowledge. You have the knowledge. If you have a talent either by being very chaotic, for being inspiring, for looking at things that you wouldn't think normal people would see, go for it. Don't be afraid if someone's also doing better than you, because you are unique as yourself as an artist. It doesn't matter how you impress other people. You keep to try and impress yourself.
Amazing. Have a good one, dude.
You too.
Okay, we're on our way, guys. We're going in this direction. Let's go. Sorry there. Okay. Where are we going? Very exciting stuff. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oops, sorry. Okay. Oh, well, there we go. So I found myself with this handsome young man by the name of
Caleb Haskins.
And Caleb, what do you do?
I'm a first-year concept artist at Ada, and my main thing is basically just characters.
What kind of characters?
I do a lot of animation stuff, so very stylized characters. My recent campaign was based off of medieval times, so I did a lot of armor and very like muscular people, and it's like intertwined with like sci-fi stuff. So also did some aliens.
That's amazing. And this environment, I know it's it's not during classes, right? So obviously this is very different. But what is the Academy of Digital Arts like during the day when you're learning, when you're in the space? What is it like?
Well, it's very like hyper, I would like to say, because I think my class is very fun. It's very dynamic, and I noticed that when I'm not in the class, people complain. But when I'm there, it's very fun, it's very interactive, and the lecturers are amazing as well, which really does help.
Yeah.
And I feel like the personality of the lecturer really does bleed through the entire classroom.
That is amazing. I mean, it sounds like you're just the glue that keeps the class together from the sounds of it, but I will take it that maybe it's just the class itself.
I think it's the whole class that's like all being one like tube of glue.
Amazing, great. Okay, so you do character design, and but what else is like a favorite of yours? What do you love doing during these classes?
Well, recently I have been delving into a lot of 3D and a lot of environment design, especially in 3D, and I'm really enjoying that. For my campaign, I did like a bridge, but like a huge bridge with like 2 water wheels, very like gothic type thing. And then I decided like, hey, I already did so much work on this, spent like 6 hours designing this, I might as well make an environment, and I just had so much fun with it.
Yeah. And so obviously you seem to have the talent, you seem to have the know-how on how to make your dreams come true, your creativity come to life. But what does the Academy do in terms of teaching you, and what does it do for you? What is the helpfulness? Where does that come from?
Well, it's difficult to teach art because it's a subjective thing first, but also a time thing. If you don't put in the time, you're not going to get good.
Right.
But what Ada does really good is guidance. So a lot of the times I'll say, hey, look at one of these thumbnails I did. I think it looks cool, but then the lecturer goes, no, this is good and this is good. Like literally this year I did a poster for my design, and I thought my original idea was really good. And then the teacher's assistant even told me like, hey, this is actually way better.
Okay, can we take a look at this? What is this? What?
So this is, well, let's go back. This is a concept I did. Can I hold this? This is a concept I did for Ghost Rider, and I reimagined it as like a rat rod instead of a bike. So this was like one of the like first things that I did in the year. I think this is like the 3rd assignment that we got. And then this is just some like character poses, like figure drawing, just fundamentals basically. That was for the beginning of the year.
And what is the importance of learning fundamentals? Can you just draw whatever you want, whatever comes to your mind?
Well, you can't just draw what you want. You need to like try and sit down and really put the like metal to the grindstone and just learn and take in information as much as possible. Like with this is rendering. You need to draw like something simple, but let's say you're struggling with metal, like in the spoon, and you need to really like get to know what to do with the metal and how it bends and how it shines and everything like that.
Incredible. Like you don't really think about how much time and effort it goes into thinking about lighting and rendering. Like it's really important stuff. And why not just learn all this stuff on your own? If you can just go onto YouTube, learn, go to a tutorial. Why is it important to come to a place like the Academy of Digital Arts?
Well, you can certainly do it online and on your own, but it's a lot like learning an instrument or something like that. Because I play bass as well myself. If you're going to try and do it on your own, you're going to struggle and you're going to run into some like roadblocks. And especially with art here, it's very technical. So let's say with Photoshop, a software that I didn't use at all, they taught me Photoshop. And let's say I really like doing characters. Even before I came here, I didn't know I liked doing environments. I thought I sucked. I couldn't draw a building for my life. But now I can, because the assignments they give you force you into an uncomfortable zone, and uncomfortability breeds productivity and creativity. So I think that is a very valuable asset that a school gives you, instead of like learning on your own, of course.
Incredible. Caleb, thank you so much for chatting to us. You've been amazing, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, we're on to the next big thing. We'll see what what the rest of this place has in store for us. Oh, we are actually in the opposite direction. Are we going around? Oh, right there. Sorry. This is crazy. It's like amazing here. Okay, we're coming back. Let's go. Here we go. Right here. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? Would you also like to be in the interview?
No, I think happy to be.
Oh, you can. Maybe you can. Should we do him afterwards?
Yeah, we can do it together.
All right, yeah, we can do it together. Okay. 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 On the left. That's on the left. Okay. So I'm standing here with the incredibly dressed.
Hi, I am Sanda Fulumeni, concept artist, first year.
Awesome. And what does it mean to be a concept artist? What do you do?
Basically, concept artists create the art before the art. We do drafts, we do the improvements, we do the first draft of things for movies, for films, for animations, for games. Basically, if you have a vision, we will create it. We will make your vision come to life.
So concept art, isn't that just like making pretty pictures? Is that it?
No! Yes. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, basically it is. But, like, we are people who like to make pretty things that are useful. Pretty but useful, like me.
So there's a little bit of thought, a little bit of problem solving for a scene, character, whatever it might be for when it comes to concept art.
Yes, there is so much thought process you have to go into it. Obviously, clients come to us with the thought that they have. And obviously, if they don't like that thought, we have to do improvement over and over again until it's perfect.
Amazing. And what do you love the most about concept art?
Ooh, the creative freedom. I love the creative freedom. They're like, hey, I want this. And we're like, okay, let me give you 1,000 artworks of mine. And they're like, okay, fine, I like this one. You know? Yeah. Just like creating your own thing, but still working with other people to make their dreams come true. There's really a collaboration between the two.
Yeah. And what about the academy? What's the one big lesson that you've learned since learning from you?
One big lesson that I've learned is that everyone wants everyone to succeed. Literally, there will be so many people who will come to help you here. It's not stressful. It'll be like, hey, I can help you improve this. Hey, I can help you do this. Everyone's supporting each other here. So if you want to come here, this is the right place if you want to go, if you want to succeed in life, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we look at some of your art? Do you want to pick out something that you really, really like and explain to us what exactly?
What I do really like is character design. I really do like character design. This is one that I'm really proud of. This is for Trolls the movie, which is basically an Afrobeats character, like Afrobeats genre. They didn't have that in Trolls, so I was like, okay, let me create her based off Erykah Badu. Oh, I also really like her. This is my final character for Alice in Wonderland. And I love this environment, Candyland Village. And what else do we have? Oh, and this is just an illustration that I did.
That is so cool. And and we are done. Thank you so much for standing here and chatting to us. You've been incredible, and I just hope that this all becomes something insane in the future, that you come out of the academy and just make some more incredible stuff.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, follow this gentleman to the web.
All right. How you doing there? Yeah. Let's go. Here we go through the academy. We're gonna look at some cool designs. We're gonna look at art. We're just following this guy. Let's go. Okay, here we are. I'm already blown away by what I'm seeing here. This is a little overwhelming. Wow, look at that beautiful face. Amazing. Okay, so I'm standing here next to the amazing
Mark Mafumo. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What do you do?
I'm a UI UX designer. So basically, we call ourselves website designers, basically. Yeah, so what we do is we make sure that websites look pretty and they're functional. So if you want money into your business, that's what we do. Drive traffic, create something pretty that works.
And what does UI and UX stand for? What is it?
UI, user interface design. So that's focused on how can we provide the best experience for you. If you visit your favorite website for products or clothing, etc., and experience is just to understand why you make the decisions you make. So more of the boring stuff. I don't like boring. I like the UI aspect of design.
You're more into making something look freaking amazing, right? Yeah, of course. And what about UI and UX? Besides making it look good, what's important about it?
Well, I think what's important from a business point of view, if you run a, let's say, student accommodation, UI is important. If I want to look for accommodation to stay at, I need something that gives me a clear, let's say, idea of what amenities I'm getting where I'm going to stay at. I need a huge red button that says apply now. So I think UI, UX helps people to make decisions. So think of it as a call to action, basically, to attract someone to make a specific decision.
Amazing. And this academy, like, I've just been blown away by everyone's creativity. But what about it do you love the most about learning here?
I think ADA's biggest asset really is the way they train you, is they make you professional or industry ready. So whatever you learn, you're ready to implement in the industry. So like myself, did graphic design last year and I've worked on a couple of projects. And web design, I'm already ready for the industry. I've been able to design a number of projects. So I think ADA's biggest asset is they allow you to have that professional experience. You're always professional ready. After 1 year, ready to work in the industry. Always ready.
Amazing. And what part of UX and UI do you enjoy the most? Ooh, are we going lower? So what am I looking at here?
So this is my landing page, my portfolio, my website. I'm Mark, a UI designer.
Oh, that was very
okay. So hey, so I'm Mark, a UI designer. So this is my portfolio website. This is a little bit about me, my experience. I'm proficient in Figma and a few of the Adobe Creative Suite. And these are a couple of projects I've been able to work on. If we get into here, by John Designs. And this was actually a very amazing project because ADA allowed us to work with someone who actually has an existing business. So By John Designs is a Cape Town company that provides interior design, and we worked with a real life client called Kaylee, and I think the real world experience allowed us to design something pretty for our challenges. And so this was now UX focused because one of the things was she wanted to optimize her website for mobile viewing because most of our customers came from there. So that was very important for us to understand. And then this project allowed us to achieve that. So for me, this is basic.
So what is all this?
So this is the summary of the website. We have the landing page here, which talks about the categories of products that she offers at her shop. We also have different products here and also a little bit about her story. I think for her it was important for her to tell her story, and so we helped her do this. And we worked on this in a team effort. So I have some of my team members here and we're able to achieve something great. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you for your time, mate.
Thank you so much for chatting with us. Your work is incredible. And yeah, like good luck for the rest of the future. Like it's incredible, like just seeing all this. Like well done. Yeah, you're on the video. Hi. Here I am. Okay. So we are staying with the incredible
Adi.
And how are you doing today?
Pretty good, yeah.
She said pretty good. I'm going to trust it. So what do you do?
So I'm doing UI UX, but I did also graphic design last year, and this is gonna be my last year here in ADA.
Oh, that's very sad. Oh my goodness. And why do graphic design and UI? Like, what's the relationship there?
I guess it's like very good combination to have like graphic design and also like putting UI UX on it. I guess it's like the best combo in there in the industry. So yeah.
You say the best combo. That leads me to ask what exactly UX and UI is.
So UI is more on like designing the interface, user interface, and for the UX it's basically like user experience, like you research basically about the clients, things like that. So yeah, it's more like in depth basically. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm sure like every student has their own style when it comes to design. What would you say your genre or your style is?
So as you can see, I am more on like a bit like minimalist but brutalism. Like it's a mix of it basically.
Can you hold this?
Sorry.
Exactly. What is minimalist? What is that? What are we looking at?
So yeah, so basically it's like you can tell like it's a bit like minimalist, but it's not minimalist basically. Like so yeah, it's like brutalism and minimalism combined with each other, and I also like really like to put my character on it. So yeah, through like colors, popping colors, it's really me basically. So it's like yeah.
Awesome. No, this is amazing. Can we scroll through this?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, oh, that is. Ooh, am I doing this right? Yeah, I'm not a big Apple guy, so.
So this is my portfolio.
Right.
This is the landing page.
Run around here.
Yeah. As you can see here, I put the featured break in here. So as you asked earlier about the UX. So this one is UX based project, which I only didn't design it, but also I did the research on it. Like there's like problem and solutions on it, the design process, the design timeline, and all of the research basically. Sorry. Yeah, it's all in that, like surveys and research. That's how you do it. And until you get to your UI.
Amazing. I mean, there's so much work that's been put into this page alone. Like, I can't even start to think how much time, thinking, and just brain power it takes to put something like that together.
That's true.
I mean, when it comes to being a designer rather, in this industry, how much of it is creative and how much of it is technical skill?
Basically, like, I can say that I do have the technical skills with me too, not just like being creative, because I guess it's very important to have technical skills with you, not just like designing pretty stuff, but for you to get into that pretty stuff, you always have to have like the technical skills, right? So yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for staying with us here and answering all our little questions. But this is very exciting stuff, and I hope you do incredible things in the future. Because I mean, it really looks like you're doing incredible things right now. So yeah, I can't wait to see more. Okay.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
We can do, I think, one last. No. Yeah.
Oh, are we done?
So just tell the night that we're going to live stream.
Okay, we're gonna 5-minute break. What are we?
15 minutes.
15-minute break. Okay. So.
If we're moving streams, there will be no stream for 15 minutes.
Okay. So guys, we are moving streams. So the Academy of Digital Arts will be offline for around 15 minutes, but stick around. We are going to be looking at a lot more things and art and concept pieces. It's going to be amazing. Okay, let's go. Sorry, what? Was this just not working? Okay, cool. We're gonna try this again, guys. So we just played Animal Isle. I'm gonna try this game over here. Let's try that. Okay. Is this a game? Okay, let's try this out. Looks like it's a character with a broom. Let's see what happens. Okay, so let's quit and then try again. Once upon a time, there was a world. Great. I've never been a guy for story, but and now I have no idea how to go forward. Let's get on with the story, guys. Oh yeah, cameraman. How would you help me out? Okay. Okay. Nothing works, unfortunately. So we'll go on the next one. Okay, we're gonna try this one. So, this just looks like a video. Yeah, let's try something else. Okay. So, we are standing with the incredible. Right.
Lars.
Yeah. And how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm very happy to see my students being finally done with their year and churning out great work.
Amazing. And what has been one of the top, experiences, memories that you've made tonight alone?
From tonight or in general?
In general.
In general, their teamwork. When they do teamwork projects, they're absolutely brilliant. South African game developers, young game developers are really great when it comes to solving problems. And even though these are their individual projects, when they work together, they do amazing stuff. And they've shown that a couple of times this year. Yeah.
And game design it's nothing new, but it is quite new here in Cape Town, here in South Africa. What puts you above the rest when it comes to game design?
We've been running this course since 2012. Apparently the first one on the African continent. So we have been doing this quite a long time. So we know what we're doing. But on top of that, what is important to me is that my students don't need to become game developers, just game developers. We have students that now use these skills in the medical field, in architecture, we did a museum project with the District 6 Museum this year. They can work in a lot of industries that usually nobody connects with game technology. So that is pretty much the...
And what is one of the most valuable things you can you say comes out of the academy? What do you feel students really take away from being in these classrooms and being amongst their peers?
I think again it's the teamwork experience. Like a lot of the guys, like I have a lot of alumni students coming back today that have been in the industry for years now, and they're like, I miss how I feel when I was here. Being part of the team, part of the school, part of the culture, and learning from people that actually work in the field that they're teaching you in. So we are all working still in these fields, and the students feel that when they're working with us. So.
Awesome. And when it comes to honing your craft, what other things does the student need to keep in mind when they're attending this academy?
Problem solving. For us, problem solving is the big thing. If you always will run into problems, and you have to approach it from a way of like, okay, this is a problem. How can we get around it? The other thing is talk to people. You will never be an expert if you don't get another opinion. So communication is super, super important. And for us, for these guys here, an evening like that is important because now you need to really sell what you know and show what you can do. And I think they've done a great job. Yeah.
Awesome. And if you have to give any of your students amazing, wise advice before they leave your academy, what would that piece of advice be?
Don't hide yourself. Seriously, they do. I was like, look at them. No, don't hide yourself. Show what you can do. Talk to people and never give up, never surrender. It's you will fail a couple of times, but usually these guys at some point make the breakthrough, find the company that they love to work for, or they just stay with us. Yeah.
Incredible. Thank you so much for talking to us. And yeah, I hope the rest of the experience will be amazing for you. And I can't wait to see more gaming stuff right over here. So let's go, guys. We're on our way out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so you're the one who made this very complicated game. Oh, no, sorry, this complicated game. Okay, so I'm talking to someone by the name of
Jaywin.
Jaywin, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm doing amazing. Well, a little less good because I was racing in hell and I kept on dying. Yeah. What is the name of this game and why did you make it?
Okay, so the Nether Run is a game meant for casual gamers, fast-paced racing, and quick entertainment. And the reason why we now, and you said it's difficult yourself, I mean, what do you expect? It's hell.
Yeah, of course.
It's hell. Yeah. So I'm the creator, the devil himself. And not to be fair, if I'm going to play, obviously you're going to see I'm going to win since I designed this block out, right? So I know where to go. But it is possible for others to go, you know?
Okay.
So you have any other questions?
What inspired this? I mean, you look like a guy who loves metal in general. Like what was the inspiration for doing racing and hell all as a single combination?
I can actually provide an example, a perfect reference. So as I'm playing, you can see like a lot of enemies, traps, obstacles. And what makes it more difficult is trying to stay in the lead. And if you're nervous, you are going to die. So once you see, like for example, my bracelets that's currently on my arm spinning around here in the game, it is quite a lot. But to be fair, if you can see on my phone, I hope your camera works good. My game is inspired by Race Masters 3D, which is a casual gamer. Literally the same thing. Basically, it's a racing game. I'm not sure where the enemies are, but your traps as well. It's just the only difference is my theme, my aesthetic, and I can prove that cohesive level design compromises everything, no matter what you do.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's really, really interesting. And so do you find that a lot of game design comes from taking little bits and pieces from other games and putting them into your own amalgamation of the game?
100%, because the flying creatures I'm using are from PlayStation 2 Shadow the Hedgehog flying creatures. And most of the designs here, for example, if you look at the temple, it is actually Minecraft's Nether's bricks. The bricks from Nether bricks, yeah. So those are my references that I got from other games too, to match this perfect individual setup itself.
Incredible. And what would you say is your favorite game? Of course, this is your favorite game, but what is your favorite game to play but that's not yours?
Favorite game to play that's not mine? I'm actually going to be proud of this. Look at me. This age, this style, and so. My favorite game is Roblox. Well, other games on Roblox too, but I always feel inspired by other games and level designers on Roblox, because not all games are games and has objectives, but has a scene to view around basically, and I love to see the level designs from designers' inspiration going across the world.
Incredible, well done. Like, this is amazing. I can't wait to see what you make next. Okay, so have a good evening.
You too.
Yeah. Cool, let's go on to the next guy. Let's do this. Sorry, guys. Let's go. Okay. I'm so ready to meet the next game developer. And that game developer is standing right next to me now. And his name is...
Robert Truelock, or Darkest Ranger 88 is my online alias.
Very awesome. And what game have you made today?
Today I have made a visual novel in representation of a Telltale game. Because Telltale Games was a very great company that I grew up with, and I really enjoyed playing their games, and I loved the storytelling with some of them. And given that it has branching paths, it also added replayability. Yeah, I have a fully playable visual novel. What you are currently seeing is the art I took to make the visual novel, and giving credit to the artists, because I know credit is important and I do not want to step over that infringement. But this story follows Darkest Ranger, aka me, but the player is Darkest Ranger, and a robot comes looking for him and says, listen, yeah, I need you to help me because I come from an alternate universe where you pilot a giant robot and the robot is shut down. So you can actually end up fighting an evil, bigger robot, or you can end up losing and then giving it a game over, but that's your choice. I really want players to experience the funness of storytelling. If I take into aspect what Life is Strange has done recently with the numbers, it's quite amazing. And experience I've gained here, thanks to Lars, all the teachers, Knox, Phil and Andrew, I've learned a lot from them. And I can't say this is a bad place at all. This is a very fun place. It will burn you out from time to time, but that's to be expected. With anything you're going to work for, you are going to get burnout.
As creatives will all know, it takes a lot to put yourself into whatever work you create, and it will take a lot out of you, right? Emotionally and physically, all of it, right? And so I'm not really too familiar with the storytelling game. What did you call it?
Oh, the company was Telltale Game. I'm busy now. This year is a visual novel, so basically it allows you to pick your paths, make your own story in a way. And the service I would like to offer people one day is to be able to allow them to tell their story without having to worry about external factors. I'm interested in what the person wants to tell, not interested in what the world wants to tell. I want to know what the person coming to me wants to tell. I want to build them a world or a story around something they enjoy, not something they do not enjoy.
Of course. And it's amazing that you want to cater to those people. But thanks so much for standing here and talking to us. This looks amazing, and I hope you make more stuff in the future.
Can I get a shout out?
Oh, yeah. Shout yourself out.
Darkest Ranger 88 on multiple platforms, or Robert the Darkest Ranger. Please follow me there. I am definitely going to start posting soon. I was just busy with the academy this year, but now that I'm free to do my job hunting and I've got my experience, I'm really looking forward to getting back into the game. Thank you.
There we go. He's hungry. He's keen for work, guys. So check this guy out. Okay. Thank you so much. There we go. We're going next. Here we go. Okay.
Can you stand here?
Oh, yeah. So, and then am I standing right over here? There we go. Find out. X marks the spot right over here. Okay. And I am talking to the amazing
Finn.
Finn, nice to meet you. And how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty good. Amazing. Finn, what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I'm a game designer at ADA. Yeah.
Oh, and what game have you made?
I created a game called A Moment to Think.
Okay.
Basically, it's a puzzle platformer based around freezing time. So you freeze time to create different platforms for you to jump off of by using objects and things around you. And freezing time so that you can apply an effect somewhere else, move somewhere else, and then unpause time so that the effect is applied while you're in a different location.
That seems very cerebral. That is incredible. And I'm seeing a lot of blocks here. So how exactly do you play? Can we play it for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this chair out here. Okay, so what am I doing exactly?
So
I'm gonna ask you to hold it.
No problem. So
The grey blocks are the blocks you can interact with.
Okay.
So if you move up to them and press E, you can push them around.
All right.
If you press left click, you can pick them up, and right click to throw them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing. It feels like I'm seeing a game at its its skeleton
Yes.
before all the
So-
texturing happens and the lighting. What was the decision around it?
So I was mainly focusing on level design and creating the core mechanic of the game. So I didn't have enough time to finish making all the textures that I wanted to.
Right.
So I focused on making 10 levels that showed the possibilities of the game system that I made.
Wow. Oh, wow, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I meant to do in this room?
So that is a pedestal that you use to unlock the doors. So you can pick that up and place that in the slot, basically.
Oh,
Open the door.
that is so cool. Okay, and F to freeze time. Okay.
So now all objects will be paused, but you can still move around.
Okay,
So if you pick up the object and then let go of it, it will hold in place until you unfreeze time, and then it'll open the door.
That is so cool. Okay, I wish I could play this all day, but we have to get more entries in. But this is so much fun. Wow, this is
So the first puzzle would be that you need to bring the cube that you used to open that door through to this room.
okay. So I would have to freeze time and
Pick up the cube.
Pick up the cube.
Yeah.
And there you go.
And then unfreeze time, and you can move on to the next level.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So cool, dude. That's incredible. Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Zelda, using different weapons or items to control your environment.
Yeah, so my initial plan was to have it so that the player was trying to escape a facility, and there would first be these kind of testing room scenarios, and then later on you would encounter people that were trying to break into the facility, and then you'd have to avoid them by moving objects to block bullets or to try to incapacitate them in ways using your time freezing capabilities.
And just a quick question before we end everything off. What about the Academy has really helped you grow as a game designer?
Well, first off, I got to meet a bunch of really amazing people. That is a huge point for me. It's just getting to meet a lot of people that are in the industry and know that there are people that are also interested in this. But other than that, it's allowed me to kind of the whole nebulous thing of I want to make a game. It's helped me focus it and go, that's how I do it. That's how I can get started, and it's given me a nice groundwork of I now know where to kind of continue from. But yeah.
Amazing. So thank you so much. Your game is incredible, and I hope you improve it, grow it, and it becomes this fully fledged game that everyone can enjoy. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, awesome. Okay, guys, we are off to the next game. And are we going around here? Oh, inspiration. That would have been a great question. I'm gonna do. Okay. Oh, there you are. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm getting you.
I'm doing amazing. Oh,
I will.
she's already doing business before we even jump in here. I scared her away. I'm so sorry.
Scared away.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm doing great. I just hope I didn't cost you a job.
No, you didn't. Don't stress.
Okay, we're good,
Even
guys.
if you did, you could hand out these business cards.
Well, there we go. We're getting jobs and we're getting jobs, right? Okay,
Right.
so your name is?
Cassidy.
And Cassidy, what do you do?
I specialized in 3D modeling, specifically the optimization of 3D models for games, and this is basically what my project is.
Okay.
Just to give you a rundown of the optimization, there are 92 unique assets, excluding the giant theater, if you want to get that in.
Wow.
Excluding that, because this theater itself is about 82 pieces, because the entire thing is modular.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I went modular is to save on performance. Because you get a really cool thing called occlusion culling, and whatever the camera doesn't see, it doesn't render. So because everything is in tiny bits and pieces, it's not rendering this massive thing with a huge texture, a huge 4K texture. So
That
yeah.
That is cool. That's very cool.
And for over 90 assets in the scene, it only shares 12 textures.
Oh, okay. So
So
when you talk about optimization, you mean
I mean
optimization.
optimization, yeah. So instead of having for each asset, which is 90 something, instead of having unique textures for it, I managed to get all of them to share 12 textures in total.
That's
Yeah.
and the name of your game, what's it about?
So my game is basically, I wanted to call it 1802 Nocturne, which is basically, it's a night. Nocturne refers to the night.
Yes.
So that's basically where my thing is also said. I can give you a walkthrough of the level.
Yeah, please do. So,
Yeah.
Take a seat. And okay.
Good stuff. Okay. So we can start from here. So all of this shares the walls and the ceiling shares textures. The window is broken down into 3 parts. There's the night sky. Yeah. Here is some bottles which all share textures as well. Yeah. We have this here.
Yeah, to think about all these different details that you have to concentrate on and try and figure out how you're going to litter your scene, decorate it. So much thinking that goes.
A little bit of the behind the scenes.
Let's do it. Let's go for it.
Show you the textures actually. Don't tell anyone I'm showing you this. It's a secret. Let's see. It'll be here. So these are all the behind the scenes. Here's all the textures. All of this is for the entire scene.
That is insane.
Yeah. So you can see how they all joined up in here. And so this is for all cleaning supplies. Everything is in here. That's the floor. This is also for all furnishing. This is for all glass bottles. This is for light bulbs. This is for other lighting. This is for all medical equipment. This is the 3 journals you saw on the table. Yeah, so just a little bit of behind the scenes, in case you were interested.
And that file alone is how big?
All these textures. The textures, each one is about, let's have a look at those details. So each one is about 5 megabytes, maybe even less. Let's see.
Okay, so what exactly...
Less than a megabyte, so...
That is insane. Yeah. That is insane. So this game, can we open it up again? What exactly is the point, I guess, the goal of this game?
So the game was actually just to show how much of a scene you can make with minimal... How would I phrase this? Without stressing out your performance.
Okay. Yeah.
So like you can have a really cool looking game and have it not break your PC.
Nice.
So again, this is like, I think one of the best things about optimization is also the fact that you can make it very inclusive for a lot of people, because not everyone has access to all these like high-end, super expensive PCs. I mean, some people are even playing on their mobile phones, and you don't want that to explode. So like, even if you get like really creative with it, especially here, so like because this is modular, I was able to put a door in, and you have like this whole underground area.
I'm sorry, amazing. So that is amazing. So after hearing all of that, what has been your biggest lesson, the most important lesson that you've learned after attending this academy?
My biggest lesson, this is going to sound so corny, but outward failures are not a representation of yourself, but they're more learning opportunities. So I came in here knowing absolutely nothing about game development, like zero, like nothing, not even coding. And I walked out here being able to do this. The section for 3D modeling was only about 6 weeks in total, like learning. And the way that they teach you and they get you to interact with the stuff, it's all very hands-on, very practical. And I feel like that taught me a lot. So I walked in here knowing nothing, and now I can actually, like, look at this, make all of this. Yeah.
Incredible. But thank you so much. You have been incredible. I'm going to grab one of these business cards, and I will leave you to it. Thank you so much. Sorry, any last words?
Just thanks for the interview and taking an interest in this.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay.
She's head of concept. Okay.
Hello.
So you didn't get your interview earlier.
Oh,
okay. So head out of game.
Okay.
Head back in concept.
Okay, got it. Here we go. Here we go. Where do you want to go? Okay.
Like this.
Camera is just getting extra footage or something. I don't know.
Very official. I love it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, how's the evening been thus far? Yeah,
Lovely.
cool.
Busy, warm. That's how it
Very,
needs
very
to be.
warm. Yeah, we're trying to find like cold spots as we go through the evening. You know.
Just under the aircon.
Okay, we are with the head of concept. Your name is
Carla, hi.
Carla. How are you doing?
Good, awesome. How are you guys?
I think we're doing great. Oh, we're moving again? There we go. This is showbiz, guys. Very nice. Okay. So, what exactly does your job entail?
So, as the head of concept art, I'm mostly in charge of the management of the curriculum and the development and renewal for the concept art program. It's a lot of admin stuff, but the most fun part of my job is actually getting to teach the students, getting in the class, seeing all the things. Concept art is actually, this program is the first accredited one in Africa. So yeah, we've got a big weight on our shoulders, having to carry the whole industry, and very excited to see what these students do, getting into,
I'm amazing. And what would you say is like the number one question that you're asked every single year from these students?
That's a tricky one. I guess it's always related to getting a job, because there's always that anxiety with new students. You want to be able to study something that's going to give you a future. And to that, my answer is usually it's growing. The industry is there. People love making movies in Cape Town. We, as a college and as a concept art community, just have to make a name for ourselves and get ourselves out there. Because, yeah, people don't know that there are trained concept artists right here in Cape Town, since we are so new here. Yeah,
I'm sure. And I mean, I've been learning a little bit about what concept art is, but from your side, what would you say, how would you define it?
Awesome. So concept art is a form of illustration that it happens in the pre-production of films, games, animations, where an artist has to visually design the characters, creatures, assets, environments that need to be put into the movies and the games and the animation. So if you want to know what the next Batmobile is going to look like, a concept artist is going to have to draw what it looks like before it can be put into the movie.
Amazing. And what's your favorite thing about concept art?
Getting to put these crazy ideas together and making them look like something that people can understand. Because, you have to make a gun that looks like a cyberpunk weapon. People need to understand that this is a futuristic weapon of something that they see in their day-to-day. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And the Academy obviously has a lot to brag about, like the fact that this is one of the first real routes to go into if you want to do concept art. What would you say is something else that is braggable, I guess?
So I think the biggest bragging rights for me personally is seeing how some of our students are making a name for themselves. We've had students work on the One Piece movie that was made here in Cape Town. We've had people work on 1925 that was made here, 1923, the Yellowstone spinoff that was made around here. The Power from, what was it? Amazon Prime made that one. The Power, yeah, also locally filmed. So yeah, it's just lovely seeing people get into the industry and really make a name for themselves there. And that's my personal favorite bragging thing to do, yeah.
I mean, just reiterate, like there are opportunities out there.
There are 100%, yeah. And a lot of them are international, which is also cool because you can make those European euros and then live here in Cape Town, which is the ideal. But yeah, the more people know about us, the more I'm seeing our students find a place in the working world, which is so cool to see.
Okay. And that's a good question. Sorry, let me think about this for a second. Obviously, you're a concept artist yourself.
I am, yeah.
what kind of project would you personally love to work on in the future?
So the thing that got me into concept art in the very beginning was Lord of the Rings. I watched the pre-production, behind-the-scenes videos for Lord of the Rings, and then I realized that's where I saw concept art for the first time, and I realized, damn, that looks really cool. So my dream would be to be involved with the Rings of Power series that's coming out, or something similar in that direction. Yeah.
Awesome. And any final thoughts for your students, if you have to give them advice going forward?
Absolutely. I think the most common mistake that students make is that they think they're done with doing their portfolio work when they leave here. The most important thing is to remember is that you are not as good as you can be at this point. You will always get better, and to keep going and keep improving in your portfolio and keep developing and adding new things to it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Absolutely. You guys too.
Okay. So, what? Are we wrapping up? Oh, we are wrapping up. You're our last interview. Yeah, awesome. Well done.
Thank you.
Guys, that is it. The Academy of Digital Arts and all the incredible work and all the incredible people have been incredible. Like, what other word can I use besides incredible? Besides not having that, wide range of words that I can use. But, guys, if you need yourself an amazing course, an amazing education when it comes to web design, education around anything digital related, this is the place to go. This is where you want to learn, and this is where you want to be. And that is it. Enjoy your evening, and good night. Oh, and thank you to the students. You guys have been incredible. Like, really knowledgeable people who clearly have such a great knack for this kind of stuff, and I feel personally very inspired. So again, enjoy your evening, and